There's much more to this story than just a gasp headline, but the internet loves to distort it into cheap shock. Because when someone says, Heather Thomas goes topless, the comments go off quickly, and the majority of them don't even pose the simple query, what's the real context here, and why is this being pushed again right now? The biggest surprise isn't a picture, so watch this film through to the very end. It's how simple it is to forget that there is a real person behind the clicks and how quickly the internet transforms a single image into an entire narrative. Because of her unique blend of charm, self-assurance, and screen presence, Heather Thomas became well known to many. She was more than just pretty. There was a spark in her. And when someone like that gets well known, the public begins to treat them more like a fictional character than a real person. This is the origin of the entire topless headline culture. It has nothing to do with reality. It has to do with focus. Even if the photos have been out for a while or were part of a professional shoot, the internet quickly acts as though it has uncovered some secret when one page posts something with a big title and another duplicates it. The part that most people overlook is this: a lot of explicit pictures that are published online weren't taken at random. Many of them originate from prearranged photo sessions, film sequences, magazine pieces, or projects including permission, lighting, and styling. It is not necessary for everyone to approve of it. However, it does mean that we should cease treating every picture as a scandal. The term shocking is used on the internet as bait. People click more quickly as a result. It causes disputes. Arguments also sustain the post. Additionally, the comments consistently divided into the same categories. One group applauds as if it were a win, as if it were their duty. Another gang insults. Another group shares the picture once more while feigning offense. The final section is both the saddest and the funniest. Because the simplest way to demonstrate that something is too much is to refrain from spreading it. However, morality is not the foundation of the internet. Reaction is what drives it. The unfairness of the spotlight for women, particularly those who were well known during a period when the business actively promoted particular images, is another issue that is overlooked. She knew what she was doing is what others will say, as if it grants everyone permission to act cruelly indefinitely. However, nobody chooses to live a life of disrespect. Nobody should be limited to a single glance, a single instant, or a single headline. A person can pursue a career, play a part, shoot pictures, and still be entitled to respect and privacy. Let's now discuss the most crucial point. There are several viral captions featuring Heather Thomas. Because it doesn't receive clicks, most people are unaware of her work, choices, and life away from the spotlight. The important aspects, such as development, resilience, and the choice to live peacefully when you've had enough commotion, are rarely celebrated on the internet. Rather, it retrieves past events and reposts them as though they occurred today in an attempt to agitate people. That is not new. That's recycling. The way people construct the story is another tactic you should be aware of. When it's actually an old photograph being reposted, they will write it in a way that gives the impression that something new has happened. Alternatively, they may trim the image to make it appear more extreme. Alternatively, they may include a caption that tells you how to feel before you get a chance to consider for yourself. You begin to see how much of viral culture is merely a machine once you become aware of these methods. What is the healthier perspective on this, then? Easy. If you are going to discuss it, do so in an adult manner. That's not my taste. You can remark without embarrassing her. You may discuss how women's images are used by the media without treating women's bodies as public property. Additionally, you can see that a person's worth is not determined by how revealing a photo is or how many people comment on it online. I would like to know if you believe that reposting old, explicit photos with outrageous titles on the internet is excessive or if people should just move on and ignore it. Please feel free to express your opinions in the comment section. Additionally, make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video with someone who recognizes that a headline is not the whole story if you want to see more videos that dissect these viral stories without the cheap hate.